Hey everyone, Maria here with Fourth Dimension. Reading for the collective. Flying out of the deck. Back more, please. Heavy Taurus energy, Capricorn, Virgo placements. I have a Queen of Pentacles overall energy. Somebody's sitting in a space of abundance, feeling independent. It feels very much like wanting to take a lead in something due to confidence, feeling confident in moving forward with something. You might know this Taurus energy, we'll say, from a previous relationship. They're missing you. They want to come back in. It feels very much like talk about work. Maybe something you started. You were going to work together on something, whether it be a relationship or business. Both possibly. Racing in. Passionately. Almost interrupting your I want to say your space and your peace. This is heavy duty energy, rushing in, wanting to make this correct with you. It doesn't have to be a Taurus, but it's the energy of a Taurus. Long-standing commitment, where maybe before they were treating you breadcrumbing, not returning your calls timely, not spending time with you, not giving you the same energy that you gave this person. And now I feel like they're returning after whatever they were evaluating didn't turn out in their favor, or it was underwhelming. Their energy they're less than satisfied with the choice they made. It could be also you talked to this person about collaboration and they sat on it, and now after giving it some time, they're now wanting to return. So it could be both business. If you're fine and happy in your relationship, that's great. It could be your partner. It just feels very much like resurfacing energy. I have the Three of Pentacles to the Five of Cups, to the Knight of Cups, to the Eight of Cups. Lots of energy about romance, to the Two of Cups. Clarifying cards. I have the Knight of Swords, to the Ace of Wands, to the Six of Pentacles, to the Knight of Pentacles, to the Page of Cups. So I feel somebody from your past passionately racing in towards you, wanting to revisit the opportunity of romance, even though it feels very much like you might have decided to go a different direction. They're now passionately racing in. Give me some clarifying cards regarding this spread, please. Tell me about this Knight of Swords, because this person has a new idea, passionately engaged, feels very impulsive. Truth, right, rushing in. I need my glasses, I'm that old. But it feels like now ambitious, now action-oriented, now driven to succeed, that energy regarding this Three of Pentacles. And it feels very much regretting not jumping in on this new passionate endeavor, maybe holding off. You might be dealing with these signs. Aquarius, could be Libra, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, Scorpio, Aries, Leo, Sag, Pisces, Cancer, any of these, Anakin, Taurus. So it feels like regretting not taking you up on this passionate endeavor. This person wants to overgive. And when I mean overgive, I mean show up and show out. Possibly take you on a vacation. And if this is a work related and you're not looking at romance. You don't give 2 cents about it. You're comfortable and happy. This is a previous or another opportunity where you might be leaving your job to start something new. But I feel like, and it's very much like a lot of travel, a lot of freedom, a lot of happiness from your choice. And it's almost like if I could throw a world in here and a possible wheel of fortune, that's the energy that is coming off this. This is you are making moves. Page of Cups. I have Page of Cups twice. So this person's intent is to communicate with you something flirty, something, flirtatious, sexy, wanting to get your interest, wants you to engage. Now, this is also somebody who maybe isn't sharing, because the 5 of Cups is really regretting the choices they made, not seeing the 2 of Cups. They're now seeing the 2 of Cups. But this should be here an Ace of Cups or an Ace of Pentacles, and it's not. It's an Ace of Wands. Passionate, exciting, sexy, like coming in. And the overall energy of the spread was the, Saturday night, because they're typically not here Sunday morning. It's a burst of passion. That's what I coined this card, my Saturday night. It doesn't mean that they're flirtatious or a player, as we like to say in tarot, but it feels just like the epiphany is I shoulda, woulda, coulda, and I didn't, and now I need to take this up with my person, leaving me in the cold. They are moving forward. The reason why the coins are coming, though, are opportunities missed. So you might have gotten some news or money. It could be an inheritance. It could be high-level contracts. It could be like you might be building something and they've recognized I made the wrong choice and went with something because of abundance, but it was fictitious. I'm miserable and I'm coming back. 8 of Cups. You have a choice to make. This person, clarifying the Ace of Wands, is the 6 of Swords, wanting to take from rough waters to calm waters. And again, I love the 6s because they're very spiritual for me. They're very much your ancestors, your angels, your partners, in meditation are doing this all by themselves, with or without the reconciliation of this person. But this person coming back, I think, gives you a sense of anxiety, and it also gives you a sense of justice, where you may have told this person, listen, I'm not about to chase you. I don't chase anybody. You might have said to this person, I wanted something long-standing, and you're breadcrumbing me, and I don't do that, so I don't do that to you. And this person is now willing to throw everything, including the kitchen sink, the last 2 nickels in their pocket, towards this relationship to show you that they're going to give you more. And it's clarifying the Knight of Cups. They're saying this now. Actions. I keep going back to actions. The devil's in the details. Proof is in the pudding. This is very much a data-centered person, or you are. I think you're very, very wise. You're very balanced. I feel like you can logically look at this history and know that you walked away from somebody that wouldn't commit, or vice versa. And the reconciliation brings you joy, because it's all you wanted is that you were giving to somebody that saw the value in you. You are now sitting going, what do I know about, there's that Page of Pentacles. What do I know about this person? Well, I remember this is their energy. Thank you, Spirit. I love it when Spirit shows up when I do readings like this, because it's so intimate. I feel like this is your energy. I'm very much calm. I'm very much centered and focused. I used to put a lot of sadness and energy, and I tied my emotional balance to the success of this thing, and I completely unplugged from this person, right? Because they were showing me 4 Pentacles. Now they're coming back correct-ish, telling me they're going to give me current energy, the Knight of Cups to the 6 of Pentacles, telling me they're going to give me a bunch of energy, love, kindness, attention, match my energy that I put in. But I don't know if I trust them, because the data shows me historically that this person fades, doesn't respond to texts, doesn't reply timely, doesn't give energy, doesn't show up, doesn't, and if you're at a distance, it feels like you've been the mule, that's my language. It feels burdened, you feel burdened by carrying the majority of the success of this relationship previously. And I feel like, do you really want to enter something that makes you, I feel like you've been single long enough to enjoy it, or at least you're thinking about enjoying it. You might even be flirting with somebody else. This Page of Cups with this Two of Cups makes me feel like you're leaving this behind to enter something that has more sustainability. That's kind of how I'm reading it. And this is your energy. And there's that wheel. That, oh, God bless you. You're walking into your Emperor level, male or female. It does not matter. Don't look at the skin suit. It means owning everything. And maladjusted people don't have space in your time anymore. It's almost like you said to yourself, people need to show me. People need to show me that they care about me. I know this feeling. You're not going to give to energies that aren't reciprocal, or that breadcrumb you, or start a text and then don't finish, or it's you connect and then you don't hear from them for weeks, or they are not showing up at the same, like you healed from this thing. You have healed. The six of Swords all over again. You're moving out of spaces of overgiving the energies that don't give you what you give them. And it's just no different than business contracts. Why would you partner with somebody who you have to chase for business, let's say, and it's not a win-win? It doesn't make sense. It's not sustainable. That's the energy. You're the King of Swords. You're logically, and unfortunately for your person, sorry, cross-watcher, this energy is exactly how I feel. This matches the Queen of Swords, and the King of Swords is action. So the Queen of Swords sits there, my Mafia Queen, with the sword up, sharpened, ready to do, to duel if we need to. But I don't feel like she's here. I think mentally you already passed this energy and you're moved on to the King. You're already in action. You're already cutting out ghosting, non-communicative with people that aren't engaging in who you are, as values you as a person. You've already put those boundaries up. This is head over heart decisions. I feel like you're very attracted to this person. Lots of wands. It's not about attraction. It's about sustainability. What I give to the flash in the pan with the Knight of Wands maybe isn't what you want. You're looking for this collaboration, teamwork, it might be somebody that you're meeting at work. It feels very much like a flirtatious energy of somebody you just met at work that you're engaging in. You might be dating other people. You might be exploring other options. And this person's in the Four of Cups. And you're, I think, in the Four of Cups in some respect. The Four of Cups, Four of Swords is pause, relax, right? Kind of look back and see if this is beneficial to me. I'm going to meditate on this. What a wonderful opportunity. I'm not going to jump back at it. I'm not going to respond quickly to it like I used to do. I'm going to think about it. This person is now saying they want commitment. I think this is all you've ever wanted, is equal give and take, long-standing understanding. I don't know what commitment means to you. You might already be in a relationship with somebody who's committed, but they just don't show up the way you show up, and you might have said something. Oh, there it is. Ace of Swords, truth. You might have spoken your truth. This is taking, and for a new ace and an ace here, this means that I feel this is a closure of a whole cycle with the world, probably in a previous reading I've done, and you entering a new state of being. A new person is emerging in the Emperor skin, in your energy, is you're happy by yourself, with or without somebody. And these people now have to act in the King of Wands. This might be your energy as well. It feels like you might be working on a project, a new company, a new arm, a new expansion, something in your creative. But the Wands are very creative, and they're very much taking the lead. I'm going to get off my duff, get off my hands, and act on this. And I feel this is your energy right now. Along paired with the King of Swords, speaking your truth and only standing in logic, which makes sense, and defending your stance, defending it. And it's not like you're mad about it. This is just a lot of challenges you're facing right now. Challenges about who's in, who's out, where you're spending your energy. I feel like you're very, very busy. You're juggling a lot of commitments. A lot of time is given to other people, but it's for the betterment of, you're investing in your children. You're investing in your spouse if you're married. You're investing in the work you give to people at church with other community members. But this is very much defending one's belief, not withstanding, not giving. The Seven of Wands is very much, I'm holding my own. I have a lot of challenges. I'm facing a lot of things, but this also feels like you might be drawn, tempting. I keep hearing that word over and over by this energy, because you really wanted this to turn out. You wanted this relationship to be successful. And so I feel like you both are sitting in a bit of a Four of Cups evaluating, but I feel it's more your energy than theirs. Behind that, I have the Ace of Cups. I can't make this up. I love this spread so far. And that's what the vibe is that's good. You want to go from the Wands to the Cups because it's a little bit more depth, right? It's not the Saturday night, ho-a-thon. I don't know what else to say. It's not a hit it and quit it kind of evening. You're evaluating if this is something I want to put energy to, and that's what's the discussion. It's also self-love. And you might have been taken a space and done some introspective work, gone within, determined, I feel for this, whoever I'm reading for has done that work and made a very strong commitment to self. This is the vibe. I won't give to any other person that doesn't match my energy. And it's a soulmate level. And it's when you give to a soulmate, you're not just sprinkling your energy all over the community. You're handing somebody a cup, having a conversation. It is, blessed, ordained. It is special. It's a special relationship. This person, I feel like you have a choice to make, whether you want to go back to this energy to see if what they're saying is accurate. You want to see it before you believe in it. And this is what they're saying they want, a commitment. They want, and I feel like this is foundational level. Four of Wands, Swords, Four of Cups. Anytime I get to the four, you move past the threes, which is that determination, the teamwork, or the Three of Swords with the heartbreak, and you're moving into four. It's right after that. And you're putting the rocks back in the foundation. You're checking to make sure it's going to be sustainable. You're building your castle. You don't want a tower later. So you're slowing, I think. If not, you should. This is this energy. Slowing your pace, thinking hard, meditating. Heavy on the meditation here about what you want, where if this matches your energy, if this fits. This is the Eight of Swords, working hard, or Eight of Pentacles. Maybe you are full of anxiety regarding this past relationship, but the Eight of Pentacles is working really, really hard, building yourself up, learning a new craft, learning this relationship and what this person, how to restart this thing correctly. Because I think previously it started off very passionately, just saying what I'm feeling here, started off very passionately, but it didn't have much of a foundation. And you're reevaluating this relationship to see if you want to invest in this going forward at a foundational level. And you're working hard at building something new. So I'm talking it feels Aquarius energy. Doesn't mean I'm reading for an Aquarius, but it feels like an Aquarius energy with Aries behind it with the Taurus. So you're building something long-standing that'll have deep roots for your children, your children's children. You might be writing a book. I heard transportation. You might be focused in the fashion and arts. You might be a creative artist of any kind. It doesn't mean you need to have a tiki-taki, whatever. It just feels very much like you're building something tangible, long-standing, and it's evolutionary. So I feel like it's a new idea, new concept that hasn't been done, but it also feels very healing. Very, very healing. So you might be in the healing arts. You might be a therapist, somebody in that line, healthcare. But this is very much new energy, new business, new ideas. And you're excited about this. You're spending a lot of time on this, more than most. You might be waking up, sitting at the computer, being on the phone, taking meetings, traveling for meetings, being on the computer, ending your day on the phone, and it's like very, very long, exhausting days, but you're feeling like every second of the day you're excited about what you're building. Very cool. Not for everybody. So it's not everybody's read. So you have this metamorphosis, I think, that happened where you decided to pour into you. You made a decision, you are the emperor, and that you started taking the reins back for your happiness. Male or female, it doesn't matter. It's just the energy is like, I've given away, I'm tired of waiting for somebody to bring me happiness correctly. So I feel like you just put the brakes on, put yourself in a box, covered it up and with, bubble wrap, safety goggles. Like, don't come near me unless you're willing to invest in what I want. 10 of Pentacles, it's paying off. You're coming into the most abundant season of your life. Whoever you are, I'm so proud of you. God, I am so proud of you. This is somebody who's overcome crabs in a bucket. This is overcoming family naysayers, people that have talked crap about them, try to limit them, try to pick at them. This feels very pick, like somebody's picking at my self-esteem or in my ear or says I can't do something. Just tell me I can't do something. Tell me I can't create a tarot channel. Okay. That's kind of this energy is I'm going to show the world that I'm different and I can. And I'm not going to tell anybody. I'm just going to do it. And these people now see you're doing it. And you're 4 wands in on the building. I don't even think you've launched this thing yet, but it is like a secret and you're doing very, very well. Very well. And you're getting, I feel, contracts. It feels like contractual work. People are partnering with you and you're moving into abundance. I'm not kidding. I don't know who this reading is for, but it's a little sprinkling of all signs, but it feels very much like the water signs, fire signs, air signs, a little bit of the air signs, a little bit of the wands. I feel like this is a heavy decision because I feel like you're walking through this relationship completely different, where you chased this person. You sat up at night. It stole your sleep. It stole your peace. This person spent a lot of time in your head, a lot of emotion in this. You feel like this might be a very bad choice to re-engage with this new project you have going, this new relationship. But I'm reading for a whole bunch of folks. Some of you want this person back, some of you don't. This is just them coming forward, and this is a spin-off of yesterday, is justice, but this is not just justice for this one person. This is the balancing, the universe, of all the things you went through, all the challenges, the 7 of Wands, over and over and over in every single area of your life. Now you have people wanting to come forward and work with you. You have worked so hard on manifesting a partner of equal give and take, a soulmate. You just wanted equal give and take on a spiritual level, an emotional level, an energetic level. It's almost like, I'm in healthcare, and I talk about our system is a bit broken because we just kind of look at the physical and we don't look at the spiritual, the emotional, the mental. It's like secondary, but they're all unified. We're holistic, right? Holistic care. And I feel like whoever I'm reading for understands that. You understand that one immediately impacts the next. And your mental health is just as important as your physical health. And, you know, energy's energy, right? And again, whoever I'm reading for has balance, has pulled, like it was an epiphany, like you immediately got it. You understood, well, why am I not implementing these same beliefs in my own love life, in my own energy, right? If I mean, I might be too heavy on the work, where I spend 12, 15 hours working for somebody else. I never went to the gym. I didn't eat well. I overate or whatever. You know what I mean? Like that's this energy. So they're applying it to every area of their life. And of course, the mirror is showing it as it is above, so below, in and out. So same kind of concept is you're practicing what you preach and believe, and it's showing. So it's balance is what it feels like. You're walking into the King of Pentacles. Male or female, doesn't matter. Male or female, doesn't matter. Don't look at the skin suit. Look at the energy. King of Pentacles is abundant, wealthy, royalty. That's beautiful. That's your next chapter. That's how I feel. You're speaking your truth to everybody. You are acting as a CEO in your own life. You are. You're communicating exactly what you need from people. It's refreshing. I got to be honest with you. Whoever this is, male or female, you're not hiding behind what you think they want to hear. And you're not, like, maybe emotionally, previously you were disconnected. You weren't being honest. It feels like in the past, you might have nodded when you wanted to shake your head, right? That's what this feels like. Okay, sure. This is boundaries. This is, yes, I can give you my last $200 so you can pay your car note because you lost your ass in gambling, but I'm going to struggle this month on groceries. That makes sense. That's you. This is what you're saying now is, no, I can't do that. I don't have the funds to do that. No, I don't have the time to do that. I can't make that appointment with you. I have another appointment that's going to benefit me and my job, my career, my new thing I'm growing. I don't wish to entertain people for the fun of it. That's what this feels like. So, and that might mean family. It doesn't necessarily mean you're speaking your truth all the time, but it feels like when it's necessary, you will. I also feel this is brand new energy. These are like you testing out your boundaries. Because I see a kid riding his bike and all of a sudden the training wheels come off. That's what this feels like. So you're stretching your belief system and you're listening. Like you might have just started using your intuition maybe 6 months ago and trusting the universe, getting in the stupid canoe like I told you to do, and you're just rolling with it, going with the flow, and it's turning out so well, but it's requiring you to have boundaries to keep your canoe out of the ditch or out of the weeds kind of feeling. Behind that, I have the Seven of Cups. These are so many opportunities coming in. For you, it's going to create a problem. You're going to have to trust your intuition. Just said that. And I feel like you are. You're listening to your intuition, where before you may have been closed off to this or thought this was a bunch of BS. And this is that holistic. I think people have gotten well. True story. I feel like you have helped people more than you even know. You've said things, and you know, there's people with an actual title that says nurse or therapist or healer or Reiki or whatever. But I don't think you have that title anywhere on your badge. You're just a healer because you bring energy to people that give them hope and give them direction and advice. And it's not unwarranted. It's not just random advice thrown out of what your opinion is. That's very narcissistic behavior. It's, you know, like nobody wants, it's unsolicited, right? But people are reaching out to you, I feel, for your opinion and advice. And I think you're very cautious on who you're giving that advice to. You're very, very busy. You're having to judge all of this today. It's coming in fast. Here we are with the 6, this balance, right? You're just not dealing with the insecurities of others. It feels like they're not weighing on you. Queen of Wands. I gotta get my glasses. Sorry, get my glasses. Okay. To the Queen of Pentacles, to the 10 of Cups in the reverse, to the 7 of Pentacles. So I feel like you're evaluating, maybe you have a couple of options here, Queen of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. It could be the same energies, but you're having what you thought was is that a 7 of Wands? It is sorry, I thought it was a Queen of Wands. It's a 7 of Wands, same energy. You know, so the Page of Cups to the 7 of Wands, to the Queen of Pentacles, to the 10 of Cups in the reverse, to the 7 of Pentacles is slow your roll. Pause, reflect, look back, see if what I've invested in with this Queen of Pentacles feels very Taurus. Again, could be Cap, could be anybody, could be anybody, just this energy of somebody who came with abundance and promised you, I think, a happy ever after. 10 of Cups in the reverse, meaning it was they didn't show up for you. It's everything I just said, actually. To the 7 of Wands, and you're defending this. You're saying, you know what, remember this time and that time and this time. And it's not mean. It's just, look at the facts. The facts are, I don't think, even though we're passionately attracted, it's a page and you're an emperor in that level. So I don't know if you're really willing to entertain a page when you're the emperor. Now I have the three of Pentacles in the reverse. I don't think you're wanting to engage. I'm just reading your energy. So forgive me, but whoever this is you're really sitting on this, thinking about it, going, I don't know if I want to take you back, boo, because this created a lot of anxiety for me. Temperance, you have found balance. This is your focus. Now Temperance, let me just for those of you that think it's similar, and I do think it's similar to Justice, but when you temper eggs in, you know, cold eggs and hot cream and you're trying to make custard. I cook. Just let's say we're doing that. If I just threw the eggs in there, we'd have scrambled eggs in hot milk. It'd be disgusting. But if you temper it, you're slowly adding it. Temperance is you slowly changing. You saying this, let's take our time and see where this goes. Let's see what your actions look like. Let's get to know each other. Let's go on a date. Let's talk. Let's see what I think it's that, again, the proof is in the pudding kind of comment, is you're going to see if this withstands the energy of over the long haul, because I feel like historically you've committed to this person, then that energy fades away. It's like firecrackers. Fireworks, keep seeing fireworks. Six of Wands. They want to be victorious in this. You do too. This person makes you happy. The Sun again. I'm getting the same clarifying cards in the second spread. And I feel like your communication, Page of Swords, regarding how this was disappointing, Three of Swords, and how you spent time waiting for this person to make a decision. And it isn't a pick me. I feel it more like I've invested and I'm waiting for my investment to have a return. So you're possibly extremely logical, but that's what it feels like more, is like, I've done this, I've come to you 6 times, I've scheduled these times, you know, like if you travel, there's this, it feels very much like I've rearranged my life to make you fit in, and you have not accommodated me. In fact, on several occasions, you ghosted me, you didn't respond to me, or the day after, I didn't hear from you. Then we spent a weekend and then I didn't see you for 6 months or weeks, or didn't hear from you for 6 days, something like that. It's very much truth being spoken, which is not your MO, because I think you were raised with be quiet. You're unseen. You're not important. Go sit in the corner. Be quiet. It feels very much like seen, not heard. Don't make a ruckus. Your needs aren't really important, right? So if somebody has been conditioned, and that's my word of the month for September, is if somebody has been conditioned to feel not valued or important in their home life, in their family life, the condition has been removed. Seven of Swords to the Five of Swords. This person may have lied. They may have ghosted. They may have been dishonest. They might have cheated. They might have done things, but the Five of Swords is immediate conflict, right? And it's outward. It's not in my head. It's not the wands. It's outward. I've had previous arguments about their behavior, their ghosting. What have you been doing? Where were you? Why aren't you calling me? What happened? Blah, 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 blah. And this is like, this is what you're remembering, I feel. This is creating Nine of Wands. Lots of burdens, lots of internal anxiety, and you're just handing it back to them. That's all you're doing. You're like, here you go, Eight of Wands. I'm just going to give this back to you. This is going to be incoming fast, because if I move fast, it feels very much like, hey, I've seen you're doing some wonderful things. You're really working on yourself. I'm very excited about your growth. And by the way, I want to have a full-time relationship with you. And you're like, wait a minute, what? Wait, what? What? That's kind of how this feels. The Knight of Swords to the, is that a Two of Pentacles? Yeah. You're really going through the hardship of explaining with the swords. I'm very, very busy. I'm balancing a lot of things. I don't think I'm ready for a full-time anything. In fact, I'm kind of okay with being single right now. I don't have a space for a commitment. And I feel like you're dating somebody that you've met somebody, you're flirting with somebody. It's over here. It feels very like high yellow, a lot of energy. Not that yellow is important to you. It just feels very youthful, naive, young, fresh, somebody new, flirtatious. You're like, hey, how are you? How are you? You know, that kind of, let me bring you a coffee tomorrow. Very early in the getting to know you stage that you're looking at, because I feel like this, do I want to go back to what I know and repair this, or do I want to pursue something fresh and new and be able to invest with somebody who I feel like I have a solid relationship with already? You might be, it feels like you're approaching relationships differently. Page of Wands again, okay. And it might be just a lot of texting right now, communication. I have Judgment in the reverse. Oof. Nine of Cups in the reverse, and the Coven in the reverse with the Five of Wands. You might have walked away, leaving this person miserable. I think this person maybe made a decision, and it feels very much, if you were in a third-party situation, you left this high and dry and you removed judgment from them. That's the key. So I'm just going to sit here for a second. I want to just say how this works in energy is, if I'm chasing somebody to be the pick-me girl, and I know for sure I'm in a third-party scenario, and I lose my sense of self in trying to compete for attention, validation, approval, and acceptance from someone, the only way to survive that is to remove myself from the third party. which is what this person did, which may be what you did. You said, go ahead and pursue the relationship you're in. I think you should probably spend some time with that if you really want to, because I'm just going to remove myself from the roster. Got to go. And the Judgment in the reverse is you taking, I feel, your power back and communicating that and saying, well, I'm sorry that you now find me attractive or valuable. That's what this feels like. It feels very much like you saying no. Create some anxiety within you to have this conversation. You're pursuing the 10 of Pentacles, Chariot. I feel like this person may not give up. This person may ask you to marry them or move to them or commit long-term to them. This person wants to give you the world. I'm not even kidding. This person gave you a lot of stress. They're now, all you did is hand back the energy. That's all you did. That's all you did is you said, hey, I'm going to remove myself from this energy. And I feel like your person is now stuck with their person. There's no third wheel on that bike. I don't know. I just like, it's now a unicycle shit. I don't know. But it feels very much like you're just like, took a different track and you're just focused on self. You're doing really well, really, really well. I'm so proud of you. 8 of Swords, they're up in their head, can't stop thinking about you. And now you're in the King of Swords. You're making head over heart decisions, even though you have love for this person and affection and are very attracted to this person. I feel like you just love yourself just a smidge more, which is perfect. Ace of Wands. That's the same. I'm just repeating the same exact cards in the exact same spread. Identical. I could do this all day. So I feel like when I get to a place where I'm repeating myself, I feel like Spirit's like, and scene. So I feel like this is the close of the reading. I do want to leave you a couple of oracle cards. This one. Hang on. One of my favorites. And I'm that age. Okay, so this says, stop giving away your power right now. I can't make this up. Oh my God. Okay, one more. That's fun. Yeah, you are stepping into a self-worth energy. I love this for you. Remember that you can't change anyone but yourself. All right, here's my wisdom for the day. It's accept those things you cannot change, which is everything outside your canoe. The only thing you can change in your canoe is you and what you put out, who you talk to, how you communicate, what energy you give. That's all you can change. And when we understand and accept that, life gets so much easier. And actually, the rest of the world outside of my canoe is really none of my business. And I feel like you're adopting that. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. If you would like a personal read, email me at fourthdimensiontarot@gmail.com. I'm taking a few more this week. And if you want to learn some tarot, you can join us at the symposium, which is on the 20th. Email me for that. I'll send you deets. And if you want to join Saturday morning school, that's in the link below as well. Love and light. Before you leave, hit that subscribe button. We'd love to have you join us on this platform and help us grow our tribe. Love and light this whole week and this weekend. It's going to be great. This is beautiful energy. Keep up the great work. You're doing a wonderful job.